Welcome back. Welcome back.
I am back. What it do, baby?
I'm already getting some warnings, but hopefully everything remains stable. Going live two ways. I'm vertical on YouTube and I'm horizontal here on Twitch for the first time in a minute. Took me a minute to get everything set up. My bad, I'm running a little bit behind. But today I figured we'd keep it chill and try out some of these games from Next Fest. I've seen some of the more in the cut games, and you guys know me. I love to try some of these indie studios out. So today that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna I've sifted through some of the what I think looked good that may not get as much attention, because we can always go and grab like the bigger demos at a later date. If for some reason we crash out, just give me a minute. I'll be back. But yesterday we kind of shelved Inotria for a while because um, I wanted to do this, and I wanted to tomorrow we'll start Resident Evil, so that's a whole another that's a whole game, and we'll be playing that like continuously until we finish that one. We're in the thick of it now. It's gonna be game after game. As soon as we finish Resident Evil, Crimson Desert will be right there, and we'll start Crimson Desert right after we finish Resident Evil. So it's gonna be like bang bang, probably. And if we don't finish Resident Evil by the time that releases, then we'll be going like maybe 2 days of Resident Evil, then 2 days of Crimson Desert, and then two and two and two and two. I ain't gonna talk too much because we're already running a little bit behind. That's my fault. I got drinks on hand. Keep your boy lubricated with his eyes open. It's been a good day. I've been doing nothing but chilling. Hopefully, you guys have had kind of the same kind of day, just kind of chilling, relaxing. Um, Maybe watched something. I don't know what to watch right now. I've been hearing about the Monarch series and then I've been hearing about the new Game of Thrones series. That might be an okay thing to check out. I just haven't been watching anything lately. Honestly, I just feel like it's been streaming, and then when I'm not streaming, I'm kind of researching. So when I get here, I kind of have an idea of what I'm looking at when I'm playing games. But it's the Souls genre is kind of it's vast. There's so many different things, different kind of facets. Like, just there's like platformers that are considered like Souls likes, and then there's like Souls likes that are like regular Souls likes. Then there's action RPGs people put in the same group. So I'm trying to kind of keep it in the Souls like variety. And Notria, sadly, was a broken game. If they polished that thing, it would be beautiful. Like, I can see the direction, but they just cut it short. But there's so many good Souls games. I still have another lesser known one, but I'm kind of hesitant after playing Inotria to play that one because. So I think next we'll play after after we get through Resident Evil and Crimson Desert, depending on how long Crimson Desert is, because I think it's kind of like The Witcher 3 in depth. If it's on that level, then we may have to just mix in some Souls games along the way. Maybe we'll do like a couple of like 2 or 3 days of Crimson Desert, and depending on when we finish Resident Evil too, I'm not sure how long that's going to take. So we have like those two games that'll be like our next two big titles that are dropping. And then I'm not even sure what's on the backside of those. I was even planning on doing a little bit of marathon today if we have time. I have it downloaded, but I want to get through the demos first. So we'll play our demos for like a couple hour or two, depending on how long the demos are. And then once we get through those, then we'll start working through. Then we'll see what kind of time we're working with. Maybe we'll do a couple grades on marathon so you guys can get a look at that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to jumping into Resident Evil. Really am. I haven't played a shooter since we started the channel. I've been playing action RPGs and Souls likes this entire time, and I feel like it's time for a little bit of no, that's not true. That's not true. But we played Crusoe Theater Vitals. We did play that, so we did mix in a shooter. I don't think if we played anything else on the channel. I don't think we have. Besides that, and those. So Resident Evil will be our first like real cool shooter that we play on here / horror game. And then yeah, back to yourself something. Got a few things to choose from. I think I'm gonna go lime sparkling water first. Put my IC in the freezer, so it might still have some chunks in it. So let's get to it. The first game we're gonna try today, it's called Crimson Oath. It's a hack and slash kind of action based game. It's one of the demos that when I saw it, I was like, I have to play that demo. I got to know if it's as good in real life as it is in visual. Like when you look at gameplay, you're like, but is it that good? And then sometimes when you play it, kind of like I did with the Note Trail this last time, it was deceiving because it looked really good, but it was full of bugs, full of bugs. And then there were certain development choices they made, and I made sure that it just wasn't me. I did look at other people's gameplay and make sure that I was like, well, maybe something I set up system-wise wasn't right, but now it's something that was regular. And my gaming PC is pretty stout, so well, it's very stout. Technically. When you look at the average gamer is really working with, actually, technically speaking, my streaming PC is very stout. It just has like the CPU bottle is the bottleneck now. I've been looking at new CPUs to swap out. But other than that, yeah, let's switch it up. Let's get to it. Let's get to this game. Crimson Oath. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Giant sword attack. Now we kind of see the vibes. You know, that's kind of in the way. And the bird side of it. Oh well. Not too bad. Not gonna mess with it. But it is a lot of magic. After a player dies, all of their souls will be dropped at their death site. They can return to retrieve them after rebirth. Basically, okay. Normal soul stuff. Yeah, I saw this one. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good looking game right there for like a little, like some indie action. Right bumper. You guys know how to put up bumpers. I wish they put it on the buttons, but it's all good. I can see they put like maybe like items and magic on the buttons. Sword attack. Sword attack can reduce an enemy's protection bar. Okay, so it's kind of like a no trail in the way that they're gonna have like, or there's a couple games I saw kind of like this. AI Limit and Secure are kind of like this too, where they have like what do you call it? Like stance breaks, I guess you call it. The enemy has two types of bars, with the yellow one being protection bar and the red one being health bar. The red bar, okay. Red and protection, okay. It's going to put 30 damage. Okay, got that on the fall there. Okay. Hey, that's a strong rock. That is a strong rock. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, no. Let me see. Is this? It is, alright. Not bad. Not bad at all so far. Pretty good game. And Souls of Wolf Warriors. The Souls of Warriors led by General Wesley of the Youth Section. Coming from the southern Cloud Ridge, they form camps camps like wolves in the harsh mountains and waters, living in groups which may be why they are called the warriors in battle. They are even more ferocious than wolves because their fight is meant for their life. Bunch of giant sword attack. However, it is important to note that the health bar protected protection bar. Oh, okay, I guess we're going up against our first major. Oh! Whoa, family. Where did you come from? He's good. Okay, fam. All right. Getting good feel for it. Here's an immediate dodge. Provides a quick period of invulnerability, allowing you to avoid damage from normal attacks. Okay. Still introduced stamina bar yet. Somebody over here. There he is. Make sure there's nobody going to pop out and slash me in the back real quick. Oh, first time get hit. In a minute. Okay, so anytime I'm over a certain amount of health usage, it turns itself into what do you call it? Money. When you get too much health. Once the protected bars and health bars of an enemy have been depleted, the enemy will become immobilized. By approaching the enemy and pressing right button, you can slay them. Slaying an enemy will completely end the battle against it. If you miss the opportunity to slay the enemy, they will recover 10% of their health and continue to fight against you. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. I wonder if my other attacks are good. You know what this guy kind of reminds me of? Is Guts. He kind of reminds me of Guts from Berserker, the anime series. You know what I haven't noticed is any like grace points or whatever. wonder if those would be introduced or. Oh, speaking of which. Okay. So you said camera. Control. Okay, that's the bonfire. Alright. Okay. I like it. But Stonehenge, I'll say bonfire, you know, you guys know. You guys know. That's a hell of a way they know. Okay, so transmission must be like upgrade. Damage. Okay. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Oh, I'm seeing. I see. Sword protection damage. Sword life damage. Execution damage. See that? A little bit of health. And then a little bit in.
Very good. You woke up. I thought you were doomed, but it seems like you have been resurrected with full blood. That's it. I hope you still remember our mission. Clark led the regiment of the 800,000's youth sect to besiege us 5 times in a row. We still lost. And now, the big army of the Red Sect has moved away. Oh, I am the Shadow Lurker of the sect. The sect sent me to lurk here and investigate information. I saw you lying on the side of the road. I thought you were going to die, too. You ask me if I'm afraid of being chased by the landlords. Afraid? What can I do if I'm afraid? I'm not afraid of death. I just hope I can die more valuable. We must completely overthrow this world and build a better world. No matter how difficult it is, I will try my best to persevere. Take this. It should be useful to you.
Materials required to increase maximum auto supply of health box. A collection of articles written by Maxwell often wrote articles analyzing the situation, and although it was clearly written out where the enemy would fail, despite the fact that the enemy had studied these public collections 1,000 times over, they always ended up falling into inevitable failure.
Go ahead quickly. I hope you can catch up with the big army.
Okay, cool. So, you know, actual dialogue. Actual dialogue. You can't beat that. The enemy has 2 types of cars, but they only like that already. So I'm impressed because some of these games I've looked at that are like AAA games that have actual dialogue, which is crazy. You're playing full growing AAA title prices, yet you're. Oh, we do have deflect. I was wondering if we did. Fields for to block the enemy's normal attacks. It can also reduce an enemy's protection bars. Okay, yeah, so it's basically causes them to stand still. First sword and giant sword attack will increase an enemy's counter attack bar. When their counter attack bar is full, the enemy will bounce away from players and attack. At this point, the player needs to deal with the deflect or oh. Nice stuff. No. That's pretty quick. Alright, now we can roll our next. That's good. It's so much faster, and it actually works. It actually works. So I'm playing another game where it doesn't actually work. Well. Tyranny also increased the recovery amount of blood bottles. Wow, a ghost and wandering, but people will ultimately lose are the shackles. What they gain is the entire world. They must have known. Alright. When an enemy is hit by a relapse attack, Lapse value indicator appears in the upper left corner of their health bar, showing the amount of lapse damage they have. Hold down right trigger to activate the charged giant sword. It deals an additional 15 points of lapse. Oh my goodness gracious. That's all. I had used all my health in this first area where first couple rounds. This is a counter situation. That's usually Are you serious? Maybe? I gotta carry that net. Oh, I'm done, man. Not my best work. Not my best work right there. Very nice. Very nice. Execution. When enemies kneel down, approach them and fight by the execute. The execution will lower the enemy's protection bars, causing damage to both their protection bars and health bars simultaneously. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. One of these guys. Damn it. He didn't see no movement. I don't like this game. It's like, let's see. Shift W or gently push the left joystick to slow down. Yeah, that's what I just did. Right now. Unless somebody busts through this door like a hateful way, man, I should be able to get him. Excellent. Oh, messed up. Yeah, we did.